Dam's here in my Sisnion. And welcome back to Calmsden Farm. And I'm joined by David.
Hello.
Who's making his way down to the shop. And I've got to go and cook. Whoops. I forgot about that.
REA.
REA. Well, I was obviously on single player, but REA and hitting a curb.
Don't go and roll your new tractor again.
Did I? Which one did I roll?
I don't know which one you rolled. I know I've rolled mine once.
Yeah. I shouldn't have. Oh. I was going to say. We know somebody that actually rolled an Arctic last night.
Yeah. You did it the time before as well.
I know I rip him about Scotland, and if you've been up towards like Scotland, Aberdeen way,
Those roads, yeah.
past that castle bit,
Yeah.
well he took a corner up there too quick and just rolled it, and I should have kept that footage. Because that's what it goes, and that's what it says, you've got no proof. Which generally I don't have any proof now. I'm gutted about it because he screwed up. I just wish I could have kept that bit. Tiny roller. Yeah.
Yeah, but basically it's following up from the last time. Last time we did all the harvesting and all the mowing, so now it's a case we've got to rip up the fields that we mowed. We harvested, we've also got to roll the ones we mowed.
Yeah.
Now, do we want to keep all the grass fields as grass fields, do you reckon? Or do we maybe want to rip one of those into crops? I'm kind of torn because we don't need a lot of grass, but at the same time, we can at least just keep selling silage, so...
So what? We've got 6.
At the moment, we can
6
put crops
and
on
3.
2, 3, and 2.
2, 3, and 6. We've got there.
Now, 2 and 3 especially are massive fields. I don't know whether when we come to actually plant 2 separate crops in 3.
I was thinking that one actually. Having a think.
I've got smell burning.
I'd keep 15 as grass.
Well, all the ones that are animal pens, we'd probably end up keeping as grass. 15, I don't think is big enough to do hotels with. It's like 35 and 31 we wouldn't rip because you've got all the animal stuff in there. So basically at least field 4.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just leave them as grass, just roll them and then...
I'd say probably rip 4. Just leave the animal pens alone.
Well, 15's technically the cow pen, isn't it? That's why.
Yeah. I shouldn't have any problems with flickering mirrors this time. Because I've actually managed to do all the mirrors.
I say if anyone's PC should manage running the mirrors, it's yours.
Oh yeah, it's not that. I hadn't activated, like you said, I hadn't activated all the mirrors properly. A little bit weird there. Shouldn't be getting that little bit of a snag, but I am. Don't know why. Sometimes looking in a certain direction, you can tell there's a slight...
Is it towards, like, our farm?
No.
I think it might be the piles of bales.
No, it's gone now. God knows. Doesn't do it. Could be something on the map.
Yeah.
Must remember how I get in this field.
You go into the driveway of the houses.
So I come down the lane?
No, you'll pass the lane, you take your next left after that. But to be honest with you, you might find that you might have to pull in and do a bit of messing around, so it'll be a bloody tight angle to get through the gate hole where you are.
There we go. I'm in. Into the field.
You know, rolling basically. If you do it right with rolling, you mean you don't have to fertilise grass because it puts it back up to 100%.
Yeah. Could be the bales, you know, because it is the bale direction, just being out of the tractor.
What I might, that's what I was going to check actually. I don't, because if any of our, do you reckon one of our silos can store like TMR, or do you reckon?
We'd have to get, I think we'd have to get a TMR storer thing.
I was thinking it might be worth, once those bales are fermented, just renting the mixer one day and just making a shit ton and storing it.
Yeah. Yeah, well that's what you were going to do anyways. I think that's what you were planning on doing.
Might as well turn the speed up a little bit, or else the game can start. How many day seasons are we on at the moment? I'd have put it up to 5 or something, then at least the day's going to pass.
We're on 4 days as it is.
No, I meant put time up to 5 times. Yeah, 4 days is fine.
We're on 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the middle of speeding up the time, but then you asked me how many day seasons we're on.
So I didn't realise I confused you by asking you a question.
Not normally, when I thought I didn't know the answer though. I knew I'd said it to something, but I wasn't sure what.
Hi over there.
Wow, that's going to take you a while.
Oh yeah. Or I'm going to get bored after the headlines get to the AI a while. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
I even tried to see if the old trick still applies with this ripper, but it doesn't appear to.
What? Doubling it up?
No, not that. It used to be, because it's got connectors at both sides of it.
Yeah.
And on 19, if you connect it to the back of it, you could run at the tractor's max speed.
Is this the biggest bloody grass roller then within the game?
I think so, yeah.
Did you see the fact sheet?
Yeah, the big class 0.
Yeah, well I sent it to them because that's what's coming in the next update.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting. Well, it's coming in the next patch. So they're still adding brands and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Which makes sense because there was never a lot of machinery to begin with. Tell you what, I had to make a push for that, editing that podcast.
Have you managed it?
Oh, it's uploaded and scheduled and done, ready for.
Fair enough.
It's going out tomorrow, but it's going out later than what it would. So it's going out at 10 p.m. our time just because of
It's
what?
It's Good Friday and you want to spend it in the pub.
I don't see the point going out. If I was gonna have a drink, I'd have an alcohol.
No, I've said for like the other way. You see, to me, it's a social exercise. He's going for a drink, so well, it's one of them. Obviously, I can't at the moment. So, well, technically, going to rules I can, but it makes more sense. Doesn't matter.
But I just don't enjoy going out anymore. I used to love like going out with, even going out with family to like going out to the pub or whatever for going out with stepdad and stuff. I used to enjoy going out, but
Yeah.
just lost it. Not because of obviously doing YouTube and stuff. This was from way before YouTube. I think it was just like, this was pre-COVID.
Even there was a time pre-COVID. Was it in black and white? Feels like that long ago.
Yeah. No, it was just like I said, just before it just lost its appeal. And yeah, no. That's David.
Just me testing, I don't know how to cope with it. I'll keep doing it myself a bit longer yet. I just wondering what. I was also trying to work out what the AI considers a straight line to be. You know what I mean? Because the AI could like set angles, don't they?
Yeah.
The thing is, you said this could take a while. This is the smallest of the 3 fields.
Yeah. Field 3 is going to be the bloody longest one if you're using something that small.
Yeah, but the trouble is, if I'd gone for there is the 9-metre version of this, but I need 320 horse to do it, and mine isn't, so.
The only one that's even closest to that.
Yeah.
No, because I think mine's only 313.
Well, 313 would be close enough, I won't think. But we don't have a machine, then we don't have a tractor that powerful.
No.
I'll say mine's 240 or 260, I can't remember which. Obviously, we're going to have to do the seeding and everything after we've done this.
Yeah, but hadn't we decided we were going to just...
I think we're going to maybe radish 1 or 2.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We're just going to put winter crop on. Well, not proper winter crop, like we used to put the winter crop on.
Sadly, I'm hoping that somebody comes out with me says the geos and allow us to at least get 2 crops a year in.
Yeah.
So we should be able to, really, or even just some different crops, the kinds that can be grown.
See, I wonder if, the season model come back.
Possibly, because I mean, cosplay's coming back, even though the game now has a version of.
Yeah, true.
So maybe the guy who did the season mod will want it. Because it's fair, because that was a more in depth. Which I understand, the Giants have made it accessible to everyone, so they've put some of the absolute detail. But the fact like stuff rotted if left outside, I always like those touches with the 19 version.
Yeah, like if you left the bales out uncovered.
Yeah, or like or anything that was left on the ground, like bits of swaths you miss, would disappear over
Yeah,
time.
would end up rotting. Yeah, there's still realism, that sort of realistic side that's missing.
Which I get isn't for everyone, I'm not saying...
No, but they could turn it off. They
yeah,
could do...
have
They
it
could,
selectable.
yeah, have it like you can with seasonal growth. Technically, you know, we don't have to play this game with the growing cycle.
By the way, don't turn seasonal growth off because it's an arse to be able to turn it back on again.
Right?
Because if you turn it off, you basically can't turn it back on unless you've harvested every field. Because any crops that are way out of season, when you turn it back on, it can cause the game issues.
Oh, weird. I know you can pull seasonal growth though.
You don't want it to get too far away from where it's supposed to be. It's why personally I'd rather leave it on and then just give yourself more days in the season if you don't think you've got the time to do stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can always sleep through a day or two through winter when you've not got a lot to do.
Yeah, but it doesn't it reformat itself the next start of the next season?
Yeah, it changes the next season begins.
Because that's the way they implement that. If you did mess around with it, that once, as it says, I'm sure changing season growth or whatever it was.
It's changing the amount of days doesn't take effect at the start of the next season. You know, if you press now, because you did run 4 days, if you put it up to 5 or 6, it wouldn't take effect until the start of the next season block.
No. Oh. Yeah. We've got well over fucking 7 days, right?
What?
Imola.
I know. Did you see the picture I shared on Twitter earlier, by the way?
No.
No, you want to have a look at some picture of Martin Grundle and God, it'll make you laugh. I think it's one Sky found in the archives.
This field rolled as best I can.
You've actually done pretty much all of it by the looks of them.
I don't know if I may have missed.
Looking at the fertilised map, actually, you've not done a bad job at all.
Yeah, there are little bits I have sort of missed, but I know some of it's like close to buildings or near the animal pens, or
yeah, don't worry about it. We're not grading you on this.
And then some of it's obviously by this gate. Right.
So I possibly I'll probably end up missing an odd spot or two on here. It's just the way. There he goes. I'm guessing we have rocks turned off as well. Field stones.
Yeah.
I agree with you because there's no good way in the game of dealing with them right now. Because the only rock pickers that small on fields this size
would take you
days, and you'd be unloading it every.
Yeah, it's a nice idea. It's a nice sort of idea. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't think it works, personally.
Well, not once you get past a very small scale. Before you work on these fields the size of field 15, it's probably fine.
Yeah, but if you're working sort of really big fields, like field 3.
Yeah, because they say the only one's got a really shit work. The only stone pickers have got shit working with and no capacity.
Yeah.
Unless you go through mods, which most of them are just like hacked versions of the default one.
I actually can't remember where I saw it. Could have been on Instagram. There was a photograph of like a few tractors, just like with the stone picking machine on a field. But I can't remember. And it was a real life one. It wasn't actually a farm sim. I think it was this. Might have been the same thing where I sent you the the Fen.
Yeah. Have you put a bid on that John Deere yet?
No.
Thought you would have done by now.
It's a shame. I still wish somebody would just mod it and get it in game. Just miss the engine or
Keeping on my diesel levels here. I'm working this tractor hard. It's drinking.
yeah, but the fuel levels. Not set.
I don't think we have any diesel on the farm anymore, do we?
We might have about 15. I don't know if we've got 15,000.
Or did you fill that tank on the farm? Or?
No, I haven't touched it, but I don't know if it came with a bit or not.
No, it didn't with none in storage. So it'd be a case of off to the filling station we'd have to go.
Well, I know you can fill it up.
I guess you have to buy fuel for that tank and fill them there.
Yeah, you can buy fuel for that tank.
I can't see a petrol station on the map anyway.
I've not seen one. Don't know how much it'll cost, right?
The price of diesel these days, $1 million.
Yeah. It's profiteering at its finest.
Oh, it is. But the trouble is, what choice do we have?
Well, we don't. We have to pay it. We have to pay for fuel, otherwise we fucking get nowhere. But yet the companies are companies are getting better rate.
Not by a lot, trust me.
What, even with fuel cards?
Yeah, you don't get a lot off. Nowhere gets a lot because they're all in such tight competition with each other that nobody lets there be enough profit margin for you to be able to get it a lot cheaper.
True.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like filling stations is why you always like snacks are so expensive in filling stations because they make next to no money off the fuel.
Yeah. That's the same with service stations, no? Services.
Oh, they're just rip-offs of their own kind.
Because services can be quite fucking expensive. No, it's like, really?
Because they know they've got a bit of a captive market where they are.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like for a bottle of Coke and stuff, and it's just like, what?
Yeah, £1 extra normal for a cold Greek sausage roll.
Yeah. Believe it or not, as weird as this is going to sound coming from me, I'd actually like to try a vegan sausage roll and see how they taste.
I think my dad's somebody on best. A vegan sausage roll isn't that just a spring roll to most people?
I like spring rolls.
Yeah, I do as well, so I probably wouldn't joke, but it's just what he said. I thought, you know what, I can't actually.
Yeah, I know.
He's probably about right.
I'd say I've got nothing against vegans or out like that. It's just curiosity in me.
Yeah. I have nothing against them, I just think being vegan is a huge mistake.
Yeah.
But I think that joke cleared his headphones.
No, I know what you mean.
Missed steak. Just wish I don't forget that field's got like the animal stuff in it, so...
Yeah, that's why I've thought of... I'm going round it, but...
Yeah.
We will get animals at some point. It's just having the capital to the capital. Yeah, the capital.
Once we can sell, because we harvest those plots, once they're out...
You're a little bit quiet on my end, even though you're up 200% of the area. Once what?
Once those crops
There
that
you
we
go.
harvested are at a decent price to sell,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
we've got all the stuff to make TMR on that, so we can soon get coos.
Yeah, because we are... Basically, we're at the wrong time to...
Sell everything.
Because it's
Yeah,
harvest time.
Yeah. So we're better off waiting a little bit to sell. That's unless if we need money, we can sell some. But I'd rather try and hang on till the prices were a little better than what we have right now. Yeah, you see, the best price you can get for like wheat, for example, is like over 700. It's currently at 490.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at that.
Yeah,
Oh my
picture, haven't you?
fucking god!
You just look at that picture, haven't you?
Yeah, now I can see where Hamilton got it from. Okay, now.
It'd look right in Miami dressed like that.
Yeah, he would. Don't know what his son would make of that, seeing that. Probably bury his head in his hands in shame. And obviously, Alex does.
Endurance racing.
Yeah, no, he does commentary for Formula
Oh, does it?
2. Yeah, Brundle's son does commentary on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's Formula 2.
Awesome.
And it's like, when you're watching the Formula 2, it's like, it's not Martin, it's Alex. Because
Well, they sound similar.
they sound so alike. You can tell it's Brundle's son.
Aye.
I tell you, I don't like in commentary, because you can't fucking understand him. No offence, but it's matey boy they put in the game when you do your F2.
I have no idea. I haven't overly done the F2.
Is he French?
no idea.
I need to really look at that. I need to look that up.
What? Does he do F1 commentary in real life as well, or just in the game?
No, he does F2 in real life.
Ah, well, I don't overly watch the F2, you see, so...
I watched the IndyCar highlights. Grosjean getting podium, but guess what? Their race finished under yellow flag.
God.
A fucking car, a car binned it on the last lap into a wall,
Yeah.
and it was Sato actually, and he couldn't get it started again. So yeah, they just yellow flagged it, and it finished under a yellow flag. Didn't chuck a safety car out because
No point with a lap to go.
there was no point. But yeah, Grosjean could have been on for a win there. He was so like close to being able to get him.
How did McLaughlin do?
Good point.
That's just from my days of watching the Australian supercars, I know his name, so... He was really good in the Aussies as well. He was on track for being... But then he managed to get the move up to America.
It's what's another commentary team? Which kind of doesn't know. I know it's at one point it was David Valsecchi was one.
Not a name I recognise.
Yeah, he does it sometimes. Is it Alex? I don't think it's Alex Jacques. I think there is one of them you cannot understand when he's talking. He's very... It's not a criticism against him, but he's very, very hard to understand. And then obviously you've got Alex Brundle.
Yeah.
And I think it's Alex and... Harry did both ways.
Yeah.
You wanted to know...
How Scott McLaughlin did in the Indies.
It was the latest race was... Website. So tell me. Oh God, it's it's Alabama next race, but that's not till like May. And previous.
Alabama.
God, come on, is your site really that bad? It takes fucking ages to load. Which is true. It was Joseph Newgarden actually. He won at the last one. God, the IndyCar site is pretty shocking. Well, St. Petersburg which was the first race he won. Scott McLaughlin is currently sitting second in their championship.
It's not just about then.
Yeah, unfortunately, Grosjean's sitting 6th. Marcus Ericsson's sitting 8th. The other McLaren guys he's sitting 9th, is he? Is there any other sort of names that you...
Not that I overly know of into IndyCar.
Yeah, here's a name you'll recognise. Calmsden.
Yeah.
Currently sitting 23rd in the standings.
God, so not doing amazingly then.
No. Well, he went over, didn't he? But, to be honest, I'm not surprised, because he was looking favourite to take the Alpha spot at one point. But then Alpha decided we'll take Bottas in front. Sorry, Guan Yu Zhou. And it's working for him. If I'm honest, it's working for Alpha.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Until sort of the last couple of starts, it looked like it was working well for Bottas as well.
I think this year's just going to be an absolute shit fit in terms of reliability, and it's going to take at least this season before we see some proper action with them cars, basically. I reckon next season we'll see a lot more fighting between the teams.
Yeah.
This year's sort of going to be a bit of a test bed for them.
Oh yeah.
Well, Red Bull had to have their car back at the factory, didn't they? Because of what happened to Max's car. That's one thing I never brought up during the podcast. What did you, and I should have done, what did you make of the comments from Perez's race engineer?
What do you mean about which ones?
When Perez said about Max.
Oh, it's nothing to concern us.
Yeah.
Well, basically you want to try and keep Perez thinking everything's alright, because if Perez thinks there could be a problem, next thing the car makes the smallest noise you're not expecting.
Yeah, true.
So you've got to keep... Basically, as far as you're concerned, unless the thing's obviously on fire, you tell him it's alright anyway.
Max's car did go on fire.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though? You don't... It was more the comment when Perez said he was still awake.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get why he probably made the comment, but I think another thing will be a case of, well, we don't want the other teams to know as well.
Oh yeah, there is also that point. They know that all of the teams can hear their team radio, so they are a bit cagey at what they say sometimes.
Yeah.
When you've heard him say in previous years, like, not change a particular setting, and you think this.
That's why they always go like plan A, plan B and all this shit. To the other teams, don't they?
Yeah.
It's basically kind of being cryptic, but not cryptic.
Oh yeah.
If a Ferrari don't win at Imola, one of the Ferraris don't win at Imola, I'll be fucking surprised.
Oh, they're gonna come out fighting for this one, big stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's home race, isn't it? Or one of their home races, shall we say. Do you think this is the last year of Monaco? Because I honestly think this is going to be the last year of Monaco.
I think they'll fight hard to try and keep it because of what it is. Whether it really is good or not is beside the point.
Well, we won't know. We won't know till it happens. But it's going to end up, if the cars get wider, it's going to be basically like driving a fucking court around, driving a bus round there eventually for them.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be can't see Monaco having a lot of overtakings because Monaco is one that they can alter to suit the cars, unless they start knocking fucking buildings down or taking back some of the land that's in the water. I wonder how long it actually takes them to like disassemble the street track.
Oh, you probably do it in about half a day because everything will be on. What they can do will be there permanently, especially like Monaco where it's used a lot.
Well, so's Baku.
Yeah, so what can be with there permanently at Singapore? Probably do it in a day tops.
Singapore, I can imagine so because of being like the Japanese, they're quick at doing quite a lot, including construction stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, some of their construction stuff that I've seen done on the internet, it's like,
oh yeah,
wow, it puts us to fucking shame. What would take like us a week or months?
they'll do it in a day or so.
They can do in probably 72 hours, which is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Like moving a bridge, putting a bridge in, they can do that within 72 hours. Have they fixed that bridge yet on the M6?
Yeah, about a year ago.
What, the one where that truck went into it?
Yeah.
They've actually fixed it?
Yep.
I'm sure last time I saw it, it still had the fucking steel support under it.
It did, yeah. It was during lockdown. Because they've rebuilt the thing and they've also put a massive steel barrier around it this time, as if that one would likely to be hit again.
Yeah, but it's a bit bizarre. It was a bit bizarre where he got hit, though.
Fell asleep, but wheel, didn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
The one thing you should never do. But I'm not surprised. That's another thing that makes you kind of not want to go into the industry because of how you get pushed at times.
Yeah, but the thing is, in a lot of ways, my side gets it worse, but at least they've got the money spine camp to back them up. We haven't got that, but they have one of the better firms.
But it's just... Because the whole point is, you've got your driving hours and shit and all that, like, it's there for a reason. To stop shit like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did you just... Yeah, you did.
Yeah, what?
I hadn't noticed, I was just wondering, I was like, did he get the AI to do it? And then I saw the money starting to creep down, and I'm thinking, yes, he did.
Yeah,
But what are you doing then?
I'm sat in with him right now. But I don't think there's not a lot else I can sort of. I'm going to have to go and just clean up at the end, because obviously, like say they don't. Yeah, just in straight lines. The tails are still like 7% we had to work with them.
And then the bales were about 2% when we started.
And now on like 8%, so it's good. It's overnight when that'll do it.
Yeah. Well, we don't really have anywhere we can. Oh,
Hello, I've just found a bale we missed.
we missed one.
There's a grass bale in field 4.
Was that an oversized bale?
I have no idea, but it's I'll just drop it into the farmyard for now. There's something about multiplayer when you throw something with super strength, it throws it backwards.
Yeah. You got what? I missed that.
So I was talking to myself because I was reading the size of that bale and we were going to check it compared to the ones we've got over here.
Do you want me to roll the...
No, it's the same size as the hay bale, so I think it's the same size. Do you want to roll what, the pig pen?
No, the pig pen doesn't. Is this the pig pen or is this the horse pasture?
That's the bit we don't own that. We never did own with that bit. I think we own that one, but we didn't cut that last time, I don't think, did we?
No, it's fine. I'll go up to the one.
It's just 35 and 4.
I'll fold this up because I'll never get through the gate otherwise. Well, I've done... Yeah, I've done 31. It's not perfect, but it's never sort of going to be.
Yeah.
I tell you what would be a nice little subtle, I don't know if it does it, but would be a nice little something quite subtle. When your maintenance gets really low on your tractor, the colour of your smoke out your exhaust should change.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a nice touch. So you didn't do it now, I don't think.
No, but like, you know, like you got on Thumper, even though Thumper wasn't.
Yeah.
Just, but if you're, you know, if you let your maintenance run down, then the exhaust, because I can see little bits of, obviously, exhaust gas come out of mine now, but that just goes like black.
Yeah.
To basically, I don't know, burning oil or some shit like that. That sort of simulate. Would it be oil?
It depends on the... If it's bluish smoke, it's burning oil. If it's black, it's burning fuel. If it's white, it's burning water.
See, that's quite weird because this feels white.
Yeah, well, it's not really... That's just the game.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be fairly clear, I think. It's not...
I think it's just to indicate that your engine is running.
Yeah. No, when I say white smoke, I mean it's a real...
Oh, yeah.
Smoke when they're burning water.
It's the thick white smoke of clagging, of clag.
Yeah.
Imagine a class 37 going past and it clag. Oof. Bastards. I've been at Preston Station when that happened. Coming through, class 37 coming through towing a busted unit and it's just clag. Because it had to sit there for a while and then when it set off it was just billowing. And it was just like, yeah, now I can't fucking see a thing. You get a lot of the clag though from like the 37s and stuff like that on startup, especially if it's been a cold night. So if you've hit temperatures of like freezing to,
Yeah.
or if they've not been used for. It's a shame that bloody Steam Town shut down. You are really fucking quiet at times.
Sorry for just the way I'm talking.
Because I heard you go. Did you go to agree?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I just couldn't
Yeah, sorry.
sort of heard him, so I didn't. You stopped that worker, have you?
Yeah. Because what's left to do for little bits of the angles on it myself.
Yeah. It's not. I bet. Who did you? That's what I forgot to ask. Who was on the cast for you for War of the Worlds?
It was a lot the same as last time I saw it, actually. Justin Hayward was back, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Duncan James from Blue.
Yeah, it sounds like a similar cast of what my mate had when he saw it.
Yeah. Voice of Humanity was, I forget his name, was Leasing with Inglorious.
Who?
Leasing with a band called Inglorious, kind of like a blonde hag.
No idea.
Somebody from Steps was doing the pastor's wife. I mean, I remember last time I saw it, one of the Kaiser Chiefs was playing the pastor, wasn't him this time. It was really good. It was one of the amazing show.
Yeah, I mean, last time I saw it was actually Chris Thompson was there. But I'm talking it was a while ago because it was still Richard Burton, wasn't the new.
Ah, right. Yeah, I'd never seen the Weasel Lab. I've seen every run of the Liam Neeson either.
See, where was I? I've just seen 2 of the Richard Burton.
Don't know if I've heard the Richard Burton loads of times, but I've got it on Vine.
I got it on picture disc.
You're showing your age there, boy.
It's on vinyl, but it's picture. It's a collector's one. It's never been played.
Kids, go and ask your grandparents.
Never been played, and I am not playing it on vinyl. That's my collector's item. I do have it on CD though. Well, I do have it on CD still, but
I have both versions on it.
I've got it. Yeah, I've got both versions on Spotify. So.
Right, field 6 is Mitch.
Told you to stop using the 50-ton weights. That went over its head.
No, I got what you meant, it just wasn't that fun.
I need for some of yours sometimes, but I've still got to try and get on that some point.
I'll probably rip you if you gave this up.
I still couldn't believe them 2 having sort of kind of domestic last night. Jesus Christ.
What do you mean? Yeah. Through your chat.
Eh?
Through your chat.
Yeah, it's like, fuck's sake. I'm trying to concentrate on driving, and all I can see is them 2.
I ended with my phone set up next to me just showing the chat. I don't feel so I've been just a second and then out. It's a bit too early to skip the night yet.